Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and I'm from Tangled Web Creations and I'm based in the UK just outside London. Today's project is for the Artist in Residence group and I wanted to do something using all of the materials that I had at home without much in the way of specialist equipment. So I'm just going to run through the materials that we're going to use for this session. And my project's going to be split over a couple of videos. So to start off with, I have a pair of scissors, I have some kitchen roll, I have some of the super tip washable marker pens in a variety of colours. I've got a pad of watercolour paper, I've got some water in a spray bottle, some tacky glue, a couple of food bags, a pack of Zentangle or fine liner marker pens, and I've got a variety of cardboard that I've cut out from crackers and coffee and biscuits and things like that. So let's get started and I will show you where we're going to begin. So using a variety of the card that I've got from all of these boxes from my stuff at home, I've cut out 4 different sized circles. So I have a large one here that, as you can see, I've cut out from Haagen-Dazs ice cream box, and it is 9.5 centimeters across. Here are some that I've cut out from my coffee box, and these measure 7.5 across. Here's some more that I've cut out from the coffee box, and these are just shy of 6. And the final ones, they're the little ones, they are just short of 4 centimeters. Using the sheets of watercolour paper, and mine is 300 GSM, I've cut out some circles that are the same size as the ones I've cut from cardboard, and each side is going to need 2. So as you can see, I've got quite a few. So using my glue, I've gone ahead and I've stuck 2 circles together, each of the same size, and I've made sure that when using the glue I've got right to the edge so that there are no gaps. And you'll notice that some of them have got some card missing. I wouldn't worry too much. And what I've tried to do is I've tried to keep each circle with the same, cut out of the same box. Now while the circles that have been glued together are sitting underneath a heavy book or a box and they're drying, I'm going to move on to the next step. And on this step we're going to decorate the circles in watercolour paper, and this is quite fun. You can do it with your children, but again it's just using materials we've got around the house. So I've got a plastic food bag here that's not been used, I've got a piece of kitchen roll, I've chosen 3 pens, I've got a spray bottle of water, and I've got 2 sets of the white circular card that we've cut out. And the reason why I do 2 at a time is because I want the front and the back to have the same colour combinations. If you aren't bothered about that, you can always do them whichever way you want to do. So this is very simple. I'm going to start off and I'm going to put that underneath my food bag, and the reason for doing that is because I can then see where I want to put the colours, and all I'm doing is just putting some colour down. There's not any rhyme or reason, I'm just filling up the sections with the 3 colours. I'm not worrying about it being perfect or anything like that. And then using my spray bottle, I put 3 on. You might want to put more, you might want to put less. And then I'm going to, actually let's put that on there so you can see. I'm then going to put the front side of the circle down, and I'm just going to wiggle it around and pick up the pen. And look how beautiful that is for something as simple. You can now use your second circle and you can pick up the remnants. You won't get as much, or you can use your kitchen roll, wipe it down, and then we can start again. And again, I'm just going to use the same 3 colours. And if I want it darker, I will obviously put more of the darker colours in. And when you're choosing your colours, try and choose colours that when you mix together, they're not going to make mud. Otherwise you could end up with a bit of a mess. And I'm just putting it down and I'm just smooching it around. That's a word I love, smooching. Smushing it around. And then when I've got the colour, the amount of colour on that I want, I'm going to put it to one side to dry. I'm then going to bring back the first one, and without smushing it around, I'm just picking up any remnants of colour left. And let's wipe this off and choose 3 more colours, and we will do those. So the 3 colours I've chosen for this one, again, I want them nice and bright. Oh, rolling all over the place. And I've picked one of the smaller circles for this one. So let's pick that up and let's smush that all around. And they're very light on this occasion, which is nice, but I quite like that because for me it looks a little bit like a landscape. I'm just going to get the back side. Okay, so when I do it the next time round, I'm going to need to put more of that greeny colour on. And once these are dry, you can go back over them and do them as many times as you like. You can wait for them to dry, or you can use one of your dryers. I quite like to leave them to dry naturally because then the colours are left to go where they want to go, but it's up to you. So once the watercolour circles have dried and the 2 circles we've glued together have dried, we're just going to stick the watercolour circles on top of the cardboard circles and then put them underneath a book so that they dry flat. And when that's done, using our pens, I like to pick a colour that goes with it and just go around the outside and just finish them off. You might find that you want to come in a little bit more just to add a bit of colour around the inside. And you can see the difference between one that's had the colour and one that hasn't. And now comes the fun part where we get to decorate them. By now they're all dry, so we can stamp them if we want to. And I've just put some mandala stamps on there. or we can go through and we can start to decorate them with our coloured pens and our microns. And I will show you the next step.